ain't gotta go one sort of foreign.
2026 hasn't gotten in good yet, and Drake is already back with the appeals and the lawsuits. Now, people are saying that this appeal is going to be hurting hip hop in the future, but Drake says this is hurting his career now. So, which side are we going to be on? And we have Fivio Foreign versus 21 Savage, F the Streets versus I Need to Stay in the Streets. Who's right, who's wrong, and who just doesn't understand how the streets work? Let's talk about it.
The STEM Society.
What's poppin', y'all? My name is Cole Jackson. This is the STEM Society. Welcome back. Episode 138 is live. Thank you for joining me. Now, if you like what I do, because what I do is not very easy, music reviews, hip-hop commentary, the works, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure you guys are a part of something special and you're growing this YouTube channel into something bigger. I really appreciate comments, and I would love for you to give me a thumbs up. So, with all that out of the way, let's get into some stories this week. My first one is the Drake appeal situation. Wow. Drake has decided to file an appeal on the dismissal of his lawsuit from last year. Now, for you guys who don't know, he was doing a defamation lawsuit where he wanted to make UMG pay for their sins, and apparently the judge didn't see it that way. January 21st, he filed a 117-page appeal. 117 pages. That's a lot of work. Now, the appeal is going to revive Drake's claim that UMG did use deceptive business practices to artificially boost this song, Not Like Us, success. The brief argues that the district court created a dangerous categorical rule that rap diss tracks can never be actionable. We walking in some tall cotton. It also claims that millions of people understood the recording and image conveyed factual information, causing countless individuals around the globe to believe that Drake was a PDF. Yeah, bruh, that's the Epstein files over here. Also, the brief argues that the song was repeatedly republished to massive audiences who had no knowledge of a rap battle, including the DNC and the Grammy Awards, where it won Record of the Year. So those are just a few points that I read in the newest story I got there from Music Business Worldwide. After reading all of this, it's looking like Drake is completely trying to hurt his career. Here's why. One, you're setting a precedent for us to be able to sue because of rap lyrics. Now, I'll be the first person to tell you, when I first heard about this lawsuit, I really looked at it him taking on the big wigs or the big corporations like UMG. I thought this was just him doing a renegotiation tactic and they would settle out of court and everything be all right. But now it's 2026 and we're dragging this thing way too far. If Drake decides to do this and he wins, let's say he wins this, hip hop is going to be hurt for the rest, for as long as it can, as possibly can, if I'm being honest with you. These types of things are what lawyers and people who are in the judicial system look for. Remember that whole situation with the Rico with Young Thug, and they try to use his lyrics against him? We can't let things like that happen. Drake would be the face of killing hip hop for the rest of his life. And I don't think he wants to do that. I don't think he wants to kill hip hop like that. I know a lot of this stuff is very selfish. I know he's coming from a place of just me. But you can't keep going with this. This is something that cannot happen, because if he does win this appeal, no one would ever respect him as an artist ever again. Fuck the rap shit. You wouldn't be able to put out no dance album. You damn sure wouldn't ever be able to put out an R&B album. You're just fucked at the end of the day. Another thing that I'm looking at is you're trying to drop an album in 2026. Like, I know Drake has a very strong fan base, and I know no matter what happens, no matter what kind of album he puts out, it's going to sell. It's going to sell a lot. But you're going to really hurt yourself a whole lot more if you continue to push forward with what you're doing right now, bruh. Like, people have been looking at you funny ever since you lost this battle and started this lawsuit. And I've been one of those people that have been supportive of this thing. I've been a person who has most definitely said, yo, he's just doing this to get paid. But now I'm a little flaky on it, man. Things ain't looking too good. None of this looks right. A lot of this stuff looks very shady, and it's to the extreme now. At one point in time, you could have just let it go and dropped your album and been okay with it. But now we're to the extreme where you're saying this is a dangerous precedent to keep things from being actionable. And I just can't go with that. I'm sorry. My hip hop, or the way I look at hip hop, is you'll be able to express anything you want to say in your songs. You want to be able to say, hey, this is what's going on in my neighborhood. Hey, this is why I don't like this nigga. Hey, I was in a horrible relationship with this person. Hip hop is for expression. It always has been. It's always been about what I can give my audience about my life or what I've seen in life. And you're taking that away by continuing to drag this thing and possibly trying to win this case. I understand that UMG completely did you dirty. I honestly feel like they did do him dirty. Now, I don't know about the bots. I don't know about really pushing this song to a situation to where like it had to be heard around the world for them to make him look like a PDF. But I do feel like they had a grudge, and I do feel like they wanted to make him suffer. Again, UMG is the plantation. Drake is just a slave. He might pick the most cotton, but he's still a slave to them. But if you think that they didn't do something to be able to manipulate people's thoughts about who he is and what he does, you're crazy. Because I've seen it happen with labels before. They've done things to make artists look bad. And that's all the behind the scenes type shit that always happens. I just look at it from a standpoint of just like, if you want to continue to make money in music, and if you want to continue to be able to be the guy, this does not help you not one bit. Let's take it to another part of this as well. Not Like Us was not the only thing that made you look a little creepy. I mean, the Millie Bobby Brown situation, the leaked pics, the video of you at certain concerts doing certain things. I mean, the evidence is stacked against you from other situations outside of Not Like Us. So why haven't you pressed so hard against those things as well being leaked out? It seems to be the norm for a lot of rappers who, you know what I'm saying, see things leaked on the internet and they want to sue bloggers and shit. You haven't gone that hard for those things. So now it's really looking like you have a problem with losing this battle, or you have a problem with Not Like Us being bigger than some of the stuff that you've been releasing here recently. Like, it really looks like you got to axe the ground against a nigga who you called out to play. And that's the sad part, bro. You did this to you. Nobody else did this to you. You did this to you. And a little bit of UMG. They had something to do with it too. I don't know where this is going to go. And I know he has a lot of lawyers on the job. And I know he has a lot of people trying to push this as far as they possibly can. But if you want my honest opinion, kill it. Let it go. Stop it. Figure out a way to be able to settle this out of court. Figure out a way to sit down with UMG and deal with whatever you have to, because now we're going into a situation to where like that album that looks like it was going to do 200 plus first week, starting to teeter off, and you're going to be cutting your sales down short. You're going to most definitely hurt your fan base. You're going to most definitely have hip hop looking at you a certain way. Listen to all the big time talking heads and what they're saying about this right now. And you haven't been looking good through this whole thing. You've been looking like a clown the whole time. And I want Iceman to be good. No, seriously. I'm rooting for Drake in certain aspects because I think it's time for him to bounce back. And I think it's time for him to be able to put out a great album. We haven't got a great album from him in 2 or 3 albums. It's been a while. And I want Drake to bounce back for real. I want him to have one of those years where he recovers his loss, he licks his wounds, he recoups his losses, and he's still looked at as the dude who we all knew from Take Care and Nothing Was the Same and stuff like that. I just don't know if going this route when it comes to this appeal and him putting out this message that hip hop has to be sued because of something that somebody said, I don't know if this is helping the case or not. People gonna ride for Drake no matter what. But if we're being honest with each other, this just doesn't look good on this jacket. Not one bit. Speaking of looking bad, Fivio Foreign and 21 Savage both have had words with each other. We got the first new beef for 2026, and it looks nasty out here. All of this started after Fivio had a sit down with academics, and he said this:
like Savage is a street nigga. Like Future, I look at him and he a bitch magnet.
What's making you think that Savage is a street nigga?
Okay, and seriously now, the same when you
said fuck the streets.
Okay, I think he said that because he loves stuff. Honestly, the same thing you've heard about, or well, not heard. Maybe you just know. All right, the same thing I've heard about Baby when it comes to niggas he be with and how they get down. Same thing I've heard about Savage.
Why you think 21 Savage is a street nigga, bro?
He's just, bro. Stop it.
Street nigga where?
The foil nigga. Just stop it. Bro.
In Atlanta.
You could only be a street nigga if where you from. Like niggas in Montana don't know if you're a street nigga.
That's not true. It's not true.
Bro,
if you're a certain type of nigga, you a certain type of nigga everywhere, and your name and your arm is gonna be able to stretch to certain different parts of the world.
No.
Fivio hasn't really been a person that we want to listen to when it comes to the streets. We don't care about what. The only people who care about Fivio Foreign is New York niggas. And they're pretty much giving up on him as well because he's not putting out, he's not really putting out the type of music that people are fucking with. He's been a flop for some years now, and he's to the point where he's beefing with streamers. What else could we possibly want from Fivio Foreign? Ain't nobody checking for new music that I know of, and I'm currently in Alabama right now, but I don't think there's anybody in the United States that's checking for new Fivio Foreign music. Just saying. To me, it's just another New Yorker who knows what everybody's doing in the rest of the world because New York sets the fucking bar. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. So what Fivio said didn't go unheard. 21 Savage went on to address the situation in this car video. Check this out.
Fivio Foreign, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Stop saying my motherfucking name. Don't think because a nigga trying to change that, man, y'all niggas sit down somewhere, man, straight up. If your ass walking around with a 38, don't say nothing to me about the street. Straight up. If your ass 35 or older, and you been trying to rap since you was goddamn 17, 16, 15, don't say nothing to me about the street. You don't know nothing about the street. You ain't did nothing in the street. Straight up. Y'all nigga keep talking about all this fuck the street shit. Savage this, Savage that, Savage this. Savage will slap the shit out one of y'all niggas in real life. Y'all niggas know this. Stop motherfucking playing. Don't think, cause Savage on some positive shit that is, oh, let's talk about Savage every day. Let's talk about Savage all the, nah, this ain't that.
Have we ever had to question 21 Savage's realness? That was about as real as you get right there, bro. I think people are really taking this F the street movement stuff too far, bro. Like, Savage really said, when he was talking about F the streets, Savage really was talking about the trauma that comes with it and all the hardships that come with the streets. Being street affiliated or having to watch your back all the time or losing friends. Like, that's what happens when you affiliate yourself with the streets, bro. And I think people like Fivio Foreign don't fucking get it. They don't understand, even though Fivio is from the streets too. A lot of these niggas out here really trying to question why switch up or why change. It's because nigga being dead ain't the thing to do. It's not cool. Don't nobody want to die in the streets. I think a lot of this to me comes from OGs not really being able to step up and tell people what they're supposed to be doing too. We don't have any OGs anymore. I like the fact that 21 Savage is really trying to talk to the younger guys and actually try to tell them what's going on and what's hip. But like, at the end of the day, we need some of the older dudes to be able to step up, right? Like, shouldn't that be the thing? Like, does 21 Savage have to be the OG in this whole situation? Does he have to be the only one that has sense when it comes to saying F the streets? It's a slippery slope throughout this whole thing because I side with 21. Bro, we got to change a lot of this shit, man. Things are already bad here. The street life don't make it no better. It just don't, bro. It's just something that you just don't really need to be trying to push in 2026. We got ICE agents out here shooting people. You get what I'm saying? So not only do you have to worry about the streets, but you got to worry about the government taking you out too. It's just a lot, bro, especially when you're a black man. Being black in America is not the easiest thing in the world, but when you put more stress on yourself by staying in them streets, man, all of it just falls and it crumbles down to next to nothing. And I want more of us to live than I want us to go away. You get what I'm saying? So I really understand where 21 Savage is coming from. Fivio made sure he got his point across by posting something on his Instagram stories, pretty much telling 21 Savage to eat a Frank. Big time. Where do we go after this? Because we already know this is already escalating into something that's really, really stupid, if I'm being honest with y'all. Fivio has gone as far as posting Lotto. We already know there's a relationship between Lotto and 21 Savage and that whole thing. And it's just like now things are going further and further. Where does this end? How do these people get to a point to where like we can just squash this shit before it even goes into something stupid? Fabio's gonna probably push this further. After what he posted on Instagram with I said what I said and the rest of the stuff, he's probably gonna push it further. One, because he's not relevant. Two, he's not doing any music that people want to fuck with. And three, the best attention he's gonna ever get is actually going back and forth with 21 Savage. Does this go as far as people actually getting hurt? Nah, I don't think we on that type of time. These two is not going to sit up here and try to fly. Somebody's not going to fly to Atlanta and look for 21 Savage, and 21 damn sure is not going to fly to New York and look for Fivio. So we not going to get that kind of back and forth. But why can't we just put it in the music? That's where I'm at with it now, bro. Anytime two people have a disagreement on internet, y'all need to start putting this in the music. And y'all need to start making some diss tracks, because now it's to the point where we don't have a lot of freedom here to be able to start going back and forth with the situation with ICE everywhere and the presidency and all this other stuff, man. And then if you want to take it further where you want to take it to the streets, bro, it just ain't going to end well for neither one of them. Fivio needs to make sure he pumps the brakes and not go too far, because 21 is not one of them niggas you want to fuck with. I've heard stories and I know where that nigga could go. I just don't want it to get to that point. We're not gonna be doing that kind of shit. What do y'all think, man? Do you think Fivio is taking it too far? Did Fivio have every right to question 21 Savage street credibility? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments about that. Before I get out of here, I got one more thing. Salute to LaRussell, bro. LaRussell just posted this picture before I started recording this episode. He posted a picture with Jay. If you haven't read about it, currently LaRussell has this 100K challenge going on right now where he's trying to sell 100K of his album. And just to see Jay-Z pull up, bro, gave me the vibes of what Jay-Z did when Nip was selling Crenshaw. And for y'all who don't know or don't know how history was, Nip was selling his mixtape Crenshaw for $100. Jay-Z pulled up and bought a whole bunch of copies of it, man, to support independent artists. And I thought it was cool that Jay-Z pulled up on LaRussell and they had to sit down and the whole thing just looked amazing. I just want to say I love the fact that Jay-Z is still doing shit like this, and it just shows that the OGs in the game still care about the little guy. It shows that Jay-Z still has his ear to what's going on out here. I just want to salute LaRussell for his challenge, and I definitely want to salute Jay-Z for showing up for LaRussell too. I thought that was just cool shit. I had to acknowledge that shit because, you know, throughout time, it seems like independent artists never really get a fair shake, and it always feels like the big corporations step on the little guy. But to show for Jay-Z to show his support for other stars that's been showing their support for LaRussell, man, it just feels good, man. So I just had to talk about that because I just thought that's some Bay Area shit, and I just love the fact that LaRussell is putting it out there and showing people that it can be done. I had to end on a positive note, man. But that's all I got for you guys this week. Thank you for joining me for another episode. I appreciate it. If you like this episode, if you like this kind of content, if you like my opinions or my takes, subscribe to the channel and let me know how you feel in the comments as well. And make sure you guys give me some likes, man. We're trying to grow this thing. I'm trying to hit 1,000 this year, bro. I'm at 690. I'm at 691. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year, man. So I'm just trying to get my channel up there to be able to hang with the big dogs. I appreciate you guys for joining me, and I'll catch you next episode. Peace out.
She is kind of fucking with my money, but I meant everything I said, and I say it again.